even B market is
Welcome back. After that controversial decision, we are on to the pack. Asiglon, who was stumped, but umpire gave him out for the pity early, but then he was just given that life again. As Zaid on the other side is batting just like an absolute genius. Smashes it over. Long chase for the deep point. And he gets to the middle. We're in the number 12. Slightly we could see a bit of comeback from Heff Warriors after that early disaster. Chested low at this time. No hesitation for the umpire. Hit onto his back leg and he raised his left finger, and it's a well set man, Zaid Riaz, who will have to go back to the pavilion. It's a dream wicket for Royal Strikers Trenz. And the only man who was chest fighting this war pretty single-handedly. He also walks to the pavilion without scoring his half century. So that's where Heff Warriors' strength completely gets exposed now. Thank you, the voice of South Kashmir. And now it's going to be some story for Heff Warriors to really find things back in control. Not easy stuff for the side. And best opportunity for Royal Strikers Trenz to try and wrap them under 20 overs. It's Captain Samir Shaukin who walks to the middle. And he will have to deliver some role as a captain and lead and take his side to some sort of formidable total. And it has been truly a masterclass bowling performance. Oh, wrapped again! This time his signal is going go and down the leg. That's not going to be a good batting approach from this man. So a good shout to finish, just an extra. And a dozen of overs, and you could see Heff Warriors are struggling a big way. It's 75 for 6. And I believe Captain of Royal Strikers Trenz knows it exactly. And he will have to carry down the dominance of the spinners, bowling from both sides. Hello, Buchmai. Hello, beta. आगे से निकल रहे हैं. And ultimately, you got to try and look about for the number of overs remaining for your side. It's a huge race, still 8 of them left. And there you see how long he shuffled across, but still find no contact. But ample of time for the two to run down for an extra. Slightly, the problem continues for Heff Warriors in Heff. He's into the last 2 for 17. This has been a masterclass bowling efforts from the man. And ultimately, we are just not finding any batsmen to try and settle through. And with every passing minute, you could see the sun also starts to set down a bit of relief from that scorching heat. And he cuts, but we'll find a deep fielder in place. Only a single Samir Shaukin will get. Inshallah Ta'ala, the voice of South Kashmir, Inshallah Ta'ala. And ample time for these two batters to run down for the rotation. And it looked like when Zaid was playing out there, but he was losing that control from other side. He wasn't having that kind of support what other batters need to put in. And that could be the slight reason. And he also lost his cool, and he was looking to go for some big shots. And except his innings, we couldn't see anyone just approaching something big. Oh, this is one more miscue. It's wicketkeeper who comes underneath. Oh, it drops. Finally lost the balance, and he couldn't get even to the ball. This has been what you expected from the catch has been put down by the wicketkeeper. This one has been swung beautifully. A long chase for the square leg. And he gets his boot in. An ample time for Rasik Lone to come back for 2 more runs. Two more. The total goes on to 82 for 6. With this approach, they will go to slightly 125. And they will love to try just one important thing to play the full quota of 20 overs. That has to be the best duty for them. Oh, this time he connects well. This is Samir Shaukin, and no. It looked like that it might go the distance, only elevation, and second catch to that deep long on fielder. Samir Shaukin goes, and ultimately the problem and the miseries continue for Heff Warriors. It's number 7 that goes and bites the dust. Suhail Yusuf strikes in his first over. It's never going to be a sensible approach, because we could see every single batsman who came down to the centre to bat, they all looked to some gambling their strokes. And in the finals, you lost your 2 wickets in the first 2 overs. Why would not you bring the best of your patience? That's been a tough story now. And Wahid Maqbool walks down to the middle with a jersey 5 at his back. This is something interesting to see how long we see these batters go, or we see Royal Strikers Trenz wrapping them up under 20 overs, and it looks like pretty easy for them. As we have just lost our 7 top order batters. Even Zaidria also back to the pavilion. A single to finish, 6 overs to go, 14 overs done. Going exactly 6 runs per over. It's 84 for 7. Goes back to the pace, brings in Sahil to start the last of his spell. 3.1, 2 for 15. He has been also among the wickets. And captain believes that this is the best time to bring your very fast bowlers into the attack. Rasiq Lone has been there for 13, and he's the only man, the only hope for F4 is that this man counts on and goes for some big contribution. These kinds of runs, coming in ones and twos, it's not going to just create some pain in the neck for the likes of Royal Strikers Trenz. If you look at this entire innings, we have seen around 5 to 6 boundaries only, not a single 6. So this tells you how greatly the batting strength of Heff Warriors have just gone to the exposition. And truly it has been a very magical bowling performance from Trenz. On the pads, works it nicely. That's a lovely flex shot. No need to run for the same. That will run down to the deep square leg region for 4. Much needed boundary at this moment, and it comes from the blade of Rasiq Lone. On to 17 now he goes. Once again, it's being proven at this venue, as a batsman, you got to be a man of an absolute skill. An important thing to see is how you go and adjust your patient skills. And that's where the batters, entire batters except Zaidrias, they've all exposed. They haven't been to the double figures except Lone Javed, who scored 13. And Zaidrias who managed to 42. We have got 5 overs left and still 3 wickets in hand. Sohail Yusuf and even Wahid Maqbool also join us in quite handy to the man. Now, one thing is for sure, they are looking very busy between the wickets as well. Issue YouTube as well live. Baba Nisar sensation. And keeper just standing pretty close. And again, not finding the hold of the ball. And Heff Warriors, the way they started with a struggling situation. They all keeping collapsing. And even though in between there was a bit of partnership, but it was only Zaid Riaz who showed some maturity and discipline in that batting. The rest we have seen all the bowlers individually just contributing something to the best for Royal Strikers Trenz. And where the train will stop for Heff Warriors, close to 100. And another single to the team. Ultimately, final is going on, winning toss, batting first, not starting well. And even now at this moment, we could see the ball is coming quite easy to the bat. And as a batsman, only sensible thing, you gotta just believe that you are a capable and a skillful batter. And this is what we can say. Lot of improvisation in that shot, shuffling a long way across and having an ample connection on the blade, and into the deep square leg it goes. 4 runs, and it brings 100 on the board as well. 16 gone, 4 overs to go. It's 100 for 7 Heff Warriors.
चले बाबा अलग स्पेस पब्लिक में सारे गैरेज थी.
It will be Nisaro continues. He's also into the last over of his spell. He has been economical, 2 for 15. And Wahid Maqbool is giving himself a bit of room. An important thing to see, captain doesn't hesitate at all in just bowling those spinners out in the last moments where it's slog moments. And he knows it's a big ground, big dimensions. He caught it, 6 is easy. And that's gone through. That's a casual effort by the point fielder. Very, very tall. And not being able to bend down at the proper time. And the ball beats him and goes through his legs for a much needed boundary for Rasik Lone. Another top scorer. Followed by Zaid Riaz for Heff Warriors. And captain early at the toss did mention around 140 and 150. That's going to be some safe total on the board. And again, what an improvisation. This is going brilliant. A long chase for the square leg fielder. And ample time for Rasik Lone to come back for a couple. So he is trying to go in a way to, he looks to implore and explore, looks to improvise and discover some shots, and somehow he is managing the things. And again, this time should be an easy catch. And simply accepted. It's one more to Nisar into the last over of his spell. Rasik Lone goes, caught at that short square leg, out for 28. He gave some contribution, but needed to go till long and late. That's one more that bites the dust for Heff Warriors, and Royal Strikers Trenz. They have gone for one more in the column. Just 2 wickets away, and they wrap them up under 20. Akib Gul, Malik Wahid, thank you very much. I got the voice of South Kashmir as well, bringing some beautiful couplets. And it's time for you to keep subscribing this YouTube channel. And in the coming future, inshallah ta'ala, by the grace of Almighty, we are going to give you some absolute contests on this channel. And who goes to the center as a new man? He is Ashik Hussain. And the number 10. And misses. That's gone straight to the keeper. It's a dot ball to finish. We're done with 17. It's 107 for 8. And who gets ready to start the number 18? Totally, I do agree with you, Sikipa. And I've just streamlined a lot of matches at this venue when I've always seen spinners having the best choice. Because as a batter, you always love to go big, but you are always exposed with your shot selection. You do get caught in the deep regions. But it has been the best captaincy from Royal Strikers Trenz, truly. It's Basit who gets back. Full toss, short of that mid wicket. Loving to come back for 2 more runs. His partner not responding, and a plan looks like just having 17 balls remaining, and if you go run a ball, you still make it almost close to 130. Straight down, over the head. Long off already in the deep. And a very, very good covering. Even though a fumble by the bowler, and now just pushes these 2 batters to come back for 2 more. Lovely running. Basit, who is bowling his second, he was a bit expensive. He has conceded 18 runs. That's a good stop off his own bowling. And are we going to see some 6? We haven't seen anyone in this entire innings. Even wide McBall, it does love to go with a big handle, but the line of bus, it has been something where it's been completely tough to take. And this is where he uses his feet, not gets a hold of that, still makes to beat that point fielder. Down to the widest third man it goes, 4 runs. A much needed boundary at this moment. And eventually, the runs have started to come a bit thick and fast at this moment. Down the track, there is some sound, it's long gone, and he does watch the ball sail all over his head, and here comes the first 6. It's wide McBall, ultimate sound and ultimate results, and he brought all his muscles into that shot. And this is where we are having some finish in this over 18, and the courtesy is wide McBall. How many runs we will see coming and piling up in these last 12 balls for the side. And it is Butteries who gets ready to start his third, none for 13. He is also wicketless. That's been patched and finds a point where he will still keep on moving in the rotation. 122. And he slashes again. There is a wideish third man. And even these two looking very busy in between the wickets, looking for those easy singles. That's quite good as well, because you manage to find a single, still you will just be able to take that total close to 135. And only thing to understand, wide McBall, he needs to be onto the strike more often. And he goes again. There's a long off. He will be a spectator again. Oh, on the top of the roof of that structural building. That's Biggie. 6. Unbelievable power this wide McBall carries. What we could not see from the top order blades, this man came all of a sudden from nowhere and is stealing the show. Down the leg, misses. Another extra to the column. I'm slightly not sure whether that was the last ball. I guess yes. Yeah, we're after the last ball only. Yeah, rather it's going to be the last over. And who bowls that last over, the 20th one? I believe it's going to be Bassett who gets ready. And he will be faced by Wide Maqbool. Swings. There are two fielders in the deep. But he will be pushing his partner and he will love to just go on the strike continue, and he does. And it's a loud appeal for stumping, and up goes the finger. He's gone. And it's Wide Maqbool who departs. Number 9 goes. And ultimately left with just the last wicket, but make sure you are just left with 4 balls only. And who is the last man who walks down to the middle? Is wrapped to the pad. Out of P. Interested, it's a leg by. Balls to go. Hits an inside edge. Bit of still there, just ultimately just 136 all what they managed to score in their 20 overs. Actually, the last ball. So 137 is going to be the total to be chased down by Royal Strikers Trenz. Can they chase it down? We'll be back in this very fighting scenes. Keep connected and keep tuned to Baba Nisar Sensation, the YouTube channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back for the chase. And it's Royal Strikers Trenz to be caught, and eventually he wasn't ready for the same. Off the Margot's gaff with that double, and he is straight away signaled towards the dugout that he wants to change his blade. Even in this venue, we always keep asking the question that hitting sixes is never going to be an easy job, but we could see those two sixes from White Maqbool towards the last moments. They made it look so easy.
उभरते हुए हैं थोड़े के नेट दिस प्रॉब्लम हेलो इनको उठा इनको यहाँ पे कोई नहीं बैठेगा माइदी में नहीं दे मैं होंगे साइड इसमें.
Good ball, very good bowling by Bilal. Yeah, we are giving you this live streaming on the YouTube channel of Baba Nisar Sensation. Time for you to subscribe this YouTube channel. Once again, we are thankful to M2A Pizza and Cafe, Turkawangam Shopian. And on the back foot, just shuffling his weight a bit, waiting for the ball to come close and squaring it up straight to the point for another single to Sail Yusuf. Now gets onto the strike calf, mid that single goes on to 3. That's brilliant cricket. That's exactly what needs to be the plan, because you are chasing not a massive total, it's under 140. So why would not you go patient and look forward for that rotation? Good cricket, very brilliant cricket from Kaif. Unbelievable scenes, even though we could see some catches being put down in the first innings, but what a comeback, wrapped them under 140, even though they managed to play 20 overs complete. Heff Warriors lost the 9 wickets, 136 for 9. And now the chase of Royal Strikers Trenz has started somewhat a brilliant knot. It's 5 on the board. Just need to be slightly under. That's going to be the plan for you to look down for this run chase. An important thing to see how Heff Warriors utilize all their bowling options, because it's only going to be the wickets for them, especially in the power play, to bring a comeback. Once again, we are pretty thankful to M2A Pizza and Cafe, close to Turkawangam, Pulwama, located very nearby J&K. And not carrying, just to the right of that slips. And into the third man, it runs away for 4. The first boundary from Kaif. Even though he was aiming to go and drive it through cover, slightly edged, and there wasn't slip. Second slip could have been the best choice. Oh, that's driven. That's a smart drive. Just to the right of that mid-off-fielder. Just elegance in that shot. It's back-to-back, and this is the best. The best of all shots what we have seen in this entire game so far, coming from the blade of Calf. On to the dozen now he goes. This will put a lot of pressure on Samir Shauqeen. In the power play, not being able to block those runs. And your team, Royal Strikers Trenz, starting so nice with the help of 2 boundaries as well. Enough good on the run rate, good control. And they look very busy. 2 is the call. Should be 2 with ease, and it is. That's a masterpiece running between the two. And every cricketer, especially at the international level, when you are at the big level caliber, you always believe in chasing these small totals at moments can come out to be quite dramatic and tricky. But when you are quite, we believe skillful, when you do not just want to come very quick with the runs, just go and play some normal and basic cricket. This is exactly what Swale and Calf are doing. In this over, already 2 boundaries, 2 singles, a double, making it 12 from the over. So they need only less than 7 runs to go through. They're already 17 on the board. That's being driven again, straight to the middle. Oh, it's a fumble. Should be 2 again. Is it the pressure that you are not being able to just defend that total? It's counting on you big way. Big runs from this over. 2 overs gone. It's 19 for no loss. Royal Strikers Trenz chasing in this finals of Chitragam Super League. Good drive. One thing is for sure, if you truly compare the batting strength of both the sides, it looked like batters from Heff Warriors were always, those hasty moments to score quick. Doing so, they lost wickets in regular intervals. They were not in a position to score big except Zaid Riaz. And now in the second innings, you could see the approach. Shiraz, we are live from Chitragam Shopian finals. Oh, it swings! There is no one in that widest long on region. 1, 2, 3, and all the way it goes for 4 runs. That is a big slog. And aiming to get close to the pitch of the line, and it does go with great and smart nature. That is brilliant stroke from Sail Yusuf. And it's starting so nice. Oh, good bowling. Just watch the plate at the back and at the late as well, but spins a bit. And lucky for Sail Yusuf that the ball didn't kiss the off stump. Ultimately, you need wickets. You need them now, and you need them in bundles. Heff Warriors, knowing we do not have enough on the board and having just to defend 137, and you have got around 26 on the board with no wicket down, so it looks like there is totally a big plan and a big approach, and it's where we call it's a big execution. And comparing both the sides in their bowling, especially in that extra column, we didn't see many extras being counted today. This has been the best thing from both sides, but now in the run chase, Royal Strikers Trenz, they look dominating. Having 26, going almost to 9 runs, but they need less than 7, so they are truly on the top of the tree in this run chase. And once again, we are so thankful to M2A Pizza and Cafe, Turkawangam Shopian. Address, it's close to the J&K Bank. And if you want to enjoy some delicious biryani, some pizzas and many more junk foods, remember M2A Pizza and Cafe. The logo of this M2A Pizza and Cafe, that's located on the left of the top of the screen, and it's where you can have very, very delicious fast foods at some affordable prices as well. And we're expecting a bowling change. It's Rasik Lone who had a good time with the bat. And is he going to go equally battered with the ball? And that's what his team require from the man. Full toss. Not being able to drive it through the gaps. It was timed well, but it wasn't placed beautifully. And he cuts it late. Shaukin has a shy, just a bit late to the throw. Needs to be quick and great with a strong arm. And this way you are not going to put extra pressure when the runs are coming very great against you. Why would not you be creative? Why would not you go with an attacking approach? Why would not you add some close in fielders? Why would not you try to just work on the mind of the batters? This is again, he is aiming to go for those big shots in ample time. Look at that running. That's a great communication. Oh, that was thrown at a great speed. Ultimately, Heff was very through in the crease. Good running again. Another couple to the side. Absolute running, absolute chase, absolute batting. It looks like both are into the double figures. Heff and Sohail Yusuf 18 and 11 respectively. And Heff Warriors need to count. Need to count now, or it's going to be a bit late for them to come back. That's where, if you compare the batting strategy of both the sides, you will see a big difference between the two. The batters of Heff Warriors, they were not with the plans. They came down and they looked to try and go big shots. They were not up to their execution of plans, but they were really through in. And on the contrary, you talk about this Royal Strikers Trenz, they have known and just come down to the center with that proper planning and look at their execution. 4 overs, almost going 8 runs per over. It's 31 for no loss and making sure you do not lose any wicket under power play. This is where the plan is working quite nice. Akhtar. 106 more runs to get. And you got 96 balls left. That is almost a run-a-ball game. And having all those 10 wickets pretty safe as a home. Royal Strikers Trenz, they are striking very, very royal way. And time for Heff Warriors to make some bold changes and bold moves. Even Samir Shauqeen taken off. He was hit for around 15 in that first. And it's going to be Bilal who has been given the ball. He's into second, I guess. Third, rather, I guess. None for 12. And Sohail Yusuf on that moment wanted to go loft on that extra cover. Slightly it was wide of the off stump. That's why he took a bit of gamble on that try and just have a bat on the same. And I would love to have that cover fielder just at the short cover position, because if you look at these two batters, they do not go quick hands, they go slow and soft hands, and the ball does take a time to reach to that fielder and that edge of the circle, and in doing so there is enough of time for these two batters to run down with the rotation. That's where it's coming out quite easy phase for these two, Sohail and Heff, to run between the wickets very easy and play the normal and basic cricket in this run chase. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Beautiful cut stroke. Square of the wicket to the right of the backward point. No chance at all. And to the fence it goes in a hurry for 4. That's why he was waiting and playing late. Fraction wide and enough for the man Sohail Yusuf to count it for a boundary. And nothing working at all for Heff Warriors. Even if you compare that this moment, they were around 2 wickets down. Oh, it's a top edge going for a sweep. And he will still find some fortune single. Ultimately, he will keep the strike as well. A single to finish, 5 gone, going at 7 runs per over. It's 35 for the loss of 36 for the loss of no wicket. And they need someone who really has that masterclass skill to come up with some masterclass bowling. Or else you could see royal strikers, Trenz, they are doing some royal things. Oh, lovely, lovely. Just onto the pads. A bit of paddle sweep on that moment. Knowing that there is no one on that fine leg, and he just hits it beautifully down to the deep fine leg region for one more boundary for Sohail Yusuf. It's a welcome to the crease to Rasik Lone. And now it's less than 100 needed with all 10 wickets in hand. Look at that running. Look at that. How they are putting that pressure on those fielders. Still fielding on those edge of the circle. This is not going to be something really from Heff over. They got to be on their attacking positions. It's a 40. It's 97 now needed. Required run rate slightly under 7. And again a fumble. There is a lot of pressure going through. Even the teammates, and you were not able to just create something really out of the box. You do not create those chances. And even now you are lacking that approach in the ground fielding as well. That's been sensible. Oh, direct hit and it was gone. But again, not being able to hit it direct. Nothing is working for Heff at all. Last ball of the power play. Calf on strike. Is he using his long handle? And it doesn't. Just goes for a shot. Dap. Straight. Short point keeper does the job. No extra still. 6 gone. A dot to finish. Chasing 137. It's 43 for no loss. And once again, we're pretty thankful to M2A Pizza and Cafe Chitragam Shopping, located close to the J&K Bank, wherein they offer the services, the dishes like pizzas and all types of biryanis at some affordable prices. And if you are really quite interested to enjoy something pretty fresh, you simply can visit M2A Pizza and Cafe Chitragam Shopping close to the J&K Bank. I'm quite interested to visit. Well, I do not have time at this moment. Maybe I do get the time after the game gets done. I will truly visit. Remember, M2A Pizza and Cafe Chitragam Shopping, J&K Bank. That's address located at the J&K Bank. And after power play, you see the restrictions get completely over. You will see the dispersion of the fieldsmen as well. So slightly it's a better time for these two batters to run down for those easy singles and doubles, because there will be wide range of gaps. And we haven't seen these batters completely looking for domination of those big strokes. It's been all discipline in this run chase. And totally in the power play, going over 7, scoring 43, but all wickets in hand. That's where you are starting quite brilliant in this run chase. It's Ashik Hussain, another change and another easy single. Hasn't been the best day, for Heff in all the departments. They lost batting. They were completely, I would say, scrutinized. Oh, up goes the finger now. A change in bowling. Ashok Hussain brought, going for a bit of sweep on that moment, not being able to read to the pitch. And in the meantime, the finger goes up. It's Heff who goes. Looked great with that connection and control, but ultimately not carrying through. So the first wicket goes. Finally, some relief for Heff Warriors, and it's Ashok Hussain the courtesy. Can they bounce back? Only they can. But when you and it's Tausif who comes at the number 3. Very crucial position for Royal Strikers. Trenz should be a wide. It comes out as a first extra. Even knowing we are defending something big, so you got to be very accurate with your line. That's what we have seen in that extra column. It's been totally something brilliant in the bowling today. Very disciplined, no many extras. It goes lofted. There's a long off. Should be an easy catch. Oh no! Just puts it down. Easiest of all, and the toughest to go. It's not this man Ashok Hussain. Disappointed. Is not loving it. Not that catch. We're done with 7. This is bringing a lot of challenges at the hands of Heff Warriors, because you can't keep those catches go down like we saw in that long off region in the last over. Suhail Yusuf, he looks to me a busy player. Every odd ball you will see him trying and find those gaps with easy nature. And he sweeps. There is a deep mid-wicket in place. And a fumble will allow Suhail Yusuf to come down for 2. Brilliant running between the wickets. Every single run is making Heff Warriors feel the heat, feel the pressure. And getting a bit off. Oh, good stuff. Bringing his body behind. Needs to hit direct now. Once again, they are lacking that approach. And eventually look at the current run rate. They're going over 7. The required run rate, it's almost 6.5. And you do not need to put in a lot of efforts to run down for those big shots. 56 for the loss of 1. And into the number 8 over. This is where you are showing a lot of balance in this run chase. And makes that 1 more. Once again, pretty thankful to the likes of M2A, Pizza and Cafe Turkawangam, close to the J&K Bank Turkawangam Shopping. Al Hayat Agri Fresh Cold Chain, Petipura, Lasipura, Divine Cyber Cafe Mungama, and Minimart Motors Pulwama. Proud sponsors on Baba Nisar Sensation. That was wide of the off stump. He wanted to go over the covers, finds no control. It's a dot to finish. We're done with 8. They're going exactly 7 runs per over. It's 56 for 1.
Going to be him saying the ball is the problems. So he did. Tibi.
Ashik Hussain has to be the best choice. The only pick of the bowlers from Heff Warriors, and I believe he needs to come regular. Wrapped on the fan. Up goes the finger. Ultimately, Suhail Yusuf goes. He raised his left finger enough. I was telling you, Ashik Hussain has to be the best choice to continue. And Suhail Yusuf doesn't look happy at all with the decision of the umpire. He's criticizing. He was almost halfway down the pitch, hit on the full, and is not happy with the decision given as LBW. But one thing is for sure, Heff Warriors will like that, and they are truly enjoying. They are in a huddle. It's finally what they have been able to find, that second wicket. Second opener also walks back to the pavilion, and it's going to be Nisar who walks to the middle as a new man. We know Ashik is not a big turner of the ball, so that's where it could have caught the mind of the umpire. It does love to bowl straight. That's where it came quite easy in the mind of the umpire to raise his finger up. 81 in 71 the equation. You never know. Things can change quick. And in 2 hours, finally, Heff Warriors have been able to manage 2 wickets back to back. Courtesy has been Ashik Hussain. Can you keep the game alive? It looked like quite busy. He was hitting the ball well. He was going good with the contacts. He was finding those gaps. He was placing the ball. Now seeing his back. It's going to be big test. It's going to be big test again. He goes for sweep. But umpire signaling it was wide of that off stump. No damage done at this moment. So he needs some experienced batters. Because under these circumstances, if you lose your cool and calm a bit, and you can go and you can face some uphill tasks. And Gul Mohammad says Toker Stormers beat Petipura for 5 wickets. Once again, no run. So that's going to be one more plan. If you keep on bowling too many dots, this will keep that required run rate growing a bit in that column, and that can push the batters to go for some big shots, and that could, that could be the option for it to find wickets. And he's trying to play a bit deep in the crease, letting the ball come. And that's where Ashik is just trying to go, and he gets better of the man. And skipper says 2 experienced batters are gone, just 2 more experienced batters. Oh! Half tracker! Should have been dispatched, missed, and even Samir Shaukin giving a chase, but he will give up. He knows he can't get to the top. And these are 4 bonus and valuable runs to Royal Strikers Trenz. Everybody misses. It's finished to the number of 9. 5 extras, it's 60 for 2 now. 77 and 66. And 7 runs per over the required run rate. Just a slight jump. And one thing is for sure, Royal strikers Trenz, they have got 8 wickets in hand, and that's where they believe they are still running on the top of this run chase in the finals of Chitragam Super League. And captain goes back to Bilal, I guess. No, it's Altaf Padar. Oh, he gives a lot of air to the ball. It's a wide. That's a big wide. Make sure just out of the reach of the point. It was Ashik Hussain who was giving a big chase. Gul Mohammed says some good teams like RCC Reds, Romo, Pittipur, Alamdar, Charipur and RCC Romo out of the SST tournament. Oh, some big teams already exiting pretty early in the first stage. Running on between the wickets hasn't been to the best. You could have managed to try and run down for 2 more. And having these likes of teams already exit out of the tournament of SST Super League Tujan, organized by Sheikh Shafi, SST Traders. So that's where the tournament is getting just a bit more wide open. And ample time for Tausif. He needs to be on the top. And he is a good runner between the wickets, and he's pushing his partner Nisar to run down with his 2 more runs. Score with that double goes on to 65 now. And as the game progresses, we can have a lot of people, a lot of spectators, especially from Chitragam, Dangarpura, coming here and enjoying these beautiful finals. Oh, stopped well. And it was coming down to his against the direction, but he still proved his best. And defense, stopped 3 more runs in that region. That's the endeavors, that's the efforts, that's where dedication is on. He's actually tempting the batsman to try and come down the track. This is where the batsman quite be a bit reluctant in his nature of hitting the stroke. When as a batsman, when you are completely careful, you are sensitive and sensible, it's not going to be that stage where you can believe that you are about to lose your calm. It's always very simple, basic cricket you got to believe in. Good ball, a bit of leg spin on that moment, wide of the up stump, no runs, 10 gone, going 6.7, it's 67 for 2. Will continue. He has got 2 overs left. He has picked up 2 for 8. At last over, it was a maiden over. That's been driven. And when you compare the situation at this moment, Heff they were almost a 50-55, but they were around 3 down. Then there was a partnership between Syed Riaz, and he kept on losing those partners from other side, but he was the man who batted brilliantly for his 41. Down the track, use of the feet, still not getting a hold of the same. It's all coming in singles. Oh, nice laga go. Easy. Makes it one more. It's been just a game of singles. We haven't seen a lot of boundaries being scored today. Down the track, oh, just coming at the man straight. Never easy when it's being hit beautifully. That too at a big pace. Could have been number 3, Parashak Hussain, but he was not able to hold on. It's all going singles. This over 4 singles from 5 balls. Well, it's a loud appeal again, but umpire looks unmoved and he shook his head and says not out. A good call, a good shout, marks the finish of number 11. It's 61 for the loss of 2. Skipper 2 and 2 and says if Royal Strikers Trenz wins, then only Basit Pollard can win it for them. And even though we got to wait for the man, but these two somehow they were not managing to keep that control on the required run rate, but managing to keep those wickets safe in the hand. That's where you are making things easy for your Royal Strikers Trenz. And on the other side, Heff Warriors have to come very big. And they gotta go and come big at the wickets column now, or it's gonna be a bit late for them. Ashik has got 1 over left. Has been the pick of the bowlers. Both the wickets have been his victims. And once again, we are pretty thankful to a restaurant. Then is M2A Pizza and Cafe, Turkwangam Shopping, close to the J&K Bank. And if you are just loving and craving to enjoy some fast foods like pizzas, like biryani, you simply can go and visit M2A Pizza and Cafe, Turkwangam Shopping, close to J&K Bank Shopping, Turkwangam Shopping. It's Altaf Pandaru continues. 6 runs conceded in his first. He does love to go and give a lot of air to the ball. Should be a wide ball. That's where you are making these runs pretty easy for your opposite side, because you do not have too many on the board to defend. It's more than half that's being scored, less than 66 now. It's 65 needed, and you got 53 balls. And having 8 wickets in hand, that's where Royal Strikers Trenz are on to the upper moment. Wide and finds no contact. So one thing is for sure, since we see Altaf bowls a bit wide, not giving too much of air, he does bowl a bit quick. And if you look at Buck Tawseef, he loves to be onto the back foot pretty often. Not a great throw, needed to be onto the striking stumps. And skipper says, I like your words so much, it gives me peace, Baba Nisar. Oh, he swings! Oh, just not in the great position to hold on for that catch. Oh, mid-wicket, what you have done. You got to be all in the position, but he was just going in an awkward position, and in the meantime the ball carries all the way, and it's gone for a big 6 in the run chase from Nisar. What a sweep shot, and it goes bang all the way.
अरे यार आप क्यों नहीं समझते हो? बार बार आप ये नुकसान कर रहे थे हो. Being a sportsman, you should not do this.
Ultimately, that 6 followed by a single.
Yes, my dear. Nicola. Nicola. Nicola.
That's up here and gone. What a catch! Unbelievable catch. It was at a tracer of a blitz speed, but ultimately that point fielder got to the top. Chops well. and jumps to the perfection. What a catch and what a wicket to finish the number 12. All of a sudden, Heff Warriors, they find something back in the control in this finals. And into the meantime, we could see the man who was talked a lot. It's Basit who walks to the middle. 57 in 48, the equation with 7 wickets in hand. It's 80 for 3 now. Are we going to see Heff Warriors pulling things back nicely? And ultimately, we have seen at this venue and into the run chase. It's never going to be an easy cup of tea. Okay. And an announcement already. I uploaded a post about one more edition of Chitragam Super League of 16 teams only. There are some slots left, and if you want to register your one village team, you simply can go to Facebook page and you can have the contact details on Baba Nisar Sensation. And you can call. Only thing what can catch my mind was there some part of the glove, and keeper was not able to control that catch. Ashik Hussain is bowling something magic. Is bowling extraordinary. Is bowling absolute unplayable balls. Again he goes. He was loving to heave it over long on. No, it doesn't kind the contact. Once again I do. It's a bit of an announcement for Chitragam Super League. One more edition of 16 teams. You want to register your team, go to Facebook page of Baba Nisar Sensation. Contact details are provided. Call the numbers and get your details and your registration done. Oh my goodness, again, that's up here, she's gone! What a great stumping by the stumps. Ultimately, Ashik Hussain has one more to the tally. Number 3rd wicket to the man, and all of a sudden, Royal Strikers Trenz, they're losing the wickets after wickets. It's number 4, it's Nisar who goes, and ultimately, Heff Warriors, they are raging and staging the war, and they are truly coming out what Warriors are all about. And who gets to the middle as a new man? It's Sohail Ul-Haq. And he joins Basit Pollard. Both are new to the crease and both are yet to face the first ball. All of a sudden, Heff Warriors are on the top. That's why this venue has been always a tough stage for the chasers. Even the small turtles prove tricky. And it proved very tough and complicated, and that's exactly what's happening again. It's been a side, it's been a venue wherein you truly can experiment a lot with your slower bowlers. That's what Heff Warriors captain is doing. But Ashik Hussain, 3.3, 3 for 12, has been the pick, and he hits mid-wicket, short of the man. Had he taken the start previously and earlier, Well, this could have been something disaster for Basit Pollard. Another Sohail Haq he was. Should be a wide. Another extra. You gotta be careful of bowling those extras because you do not have too many. It's 54. That is gonna be the equation, and we are in the number 13. One thing is for sure. Oh, slipped! He was looking very quick to stop, and in between he got a slip in. Enough time for Basit to come back. Oh no, not a great throwing. It's an overthrow. It's costing them huge. What could have been a single, they managed to go for 3 more runs. And these are very vital runs at this moment. Even we could see the required run rate for the first time has gone close to 7.5. Oh, this is gone! This is something biggie! It's out of here and it's into the north for a big 6 from Basit Pollard! He's truly showing his Basit Pollard power. Unbelievable! That is Sohail Haq, not Basit Pollard, is off the strike, but I tell you one thing is for sure. You need someone to rock the game and rock the style, and Sohail Haq. What a slog, what a swing, and what a connection. Picked the bones, and he made it go and get dispatched out of the Chitragam ground. That was huge. $90, 47, 42. It's 47 and 42. And won't be wrong if we say no excuses at all. And you gotta bring the new ball. And I could see one of the officials and organizers getting to that Rhine region to find that ball back. That was hit tremendous. That was hit huge. And it will be Basit Pollard now on the strike. 7 overs, 42 balls, 47 runs, 6 wickets in hand. With Ashik Hussain done with his spell, captain goes back to Samir Shaukin, who was plenty runs conceded in his first. Wide of the off stump, umpire just not signalling it's a safe and fair ball. And at this moment you got to believe, and then he goes 7 runs per over. I believe these two need to back each other well, understand each other, keep running between the wickets. They're running good, even though it looks like there is no pressure at all on these two batters, because going around 7 runs per over with 6 wickets in hand, it should be just like a cakewalk unless you play some wrong shots. And he's pushing his partner for 2. Enough of time for them to come back. And in the meantime, he slips a bit and he sent down his partner back. No double, only a single. Well, you can keep sharing, you can keep subscribing this YouTube channel, Baba Nisar Sensation. I got around 20 viewers watching this great finals, and I would love to have all these 20 viewers subscribing this channel. That's busy. This time, it's ample time for them to come back for 2. And even the one-hand throw, but he is through. Another double. That is pushing entire unit of fielding of Heff Warriors into a lot of troubles, because you are not being able to stop those runs, you know. You are going over throws, you're not being able to back well. You look, Samir Shaukin conceding 18 of his 1.4. And on one stage, you got to pick wickets. When not coming your way, you got to stop runs, and that's also not coming your way. Yeah, these two look totally busy and look under control. Another single. It's 42 in 37 now. And there is some sound, and up goes the finger. It's Swell Haq who goes. Finally, Samir Shaukin bowls a bit quick, and a good catch by the wicketkeeper standing close. It's number 5 that walks to the middle. Big opponent then walks to the pavilion. The game goes alive. 14 overs gone. It's 95 for 5. Once again, we are thankful to M2A Peasant Cafe. Restaurant out there in Chitragam, shopping close to the J&K Bank. And if you are really craving for something delicious and great in taste, and at some affordable prices, visit M2A Peasant Cafe, Chitragam shopping. It's Inzamamul Haq. Sohail Haq goes, Inzamamul Haq comes in. And what a stage of the game, truly. And the team that holds the nose, that's going to go get over the line. Still it's 42 and it's just the 36 balls. Oh, very close to cut. Not an easy shot to offer at this moment. There is the number 15. And even Rasik Lone, who is bowling his last as well, he has been wicketless, so he would also love to add a wicket at least to his tally. But one thing is for sure, still you do not need to go for those big shots. Try to get rotation around, get 10-20 runs quick. You can leave it up to the last 2-3 overs where you need around 15 to 20 runs. That could be an easy chance for you, but at this moment, if you lose a wicket more, that's where you can be onto the back foot, and having the new man on the crease under these serious situations, it's never gonna be such an easy atmosphere for the newcomer. And you can subscribe to the channel and you can share this live streaming to your friends as well, watching on the YouTube channel of Baba Nisar Sensation. Alongside our commentator Baba Nisar, we've got around 30 viewers watching these. And wide to the ups again, not being able. These are the 2 last hopes to win this team. Let's find out. As he says, Basidan and Zamamul Haq are the 2 last vital characters. Oh, Golden! Just wants to go straight down the ground. Basit Pollard. The hopes finally have been shattered. And guess what? It's a Rasik Lone who has the last laugh and the lion's share finally. All of a sudden, from such a wonderful start in this run chase, Royal Strikers Trenz, they are on a receiving side now. This is exactly what's been happening on this venue, and it still goes to happen again. Chasing 137 from 51 for 1. You are 97 for 6. That's some comeback from Heff Warriors.
कहना कमाला करो है
New man is Irfan Lara. Remind you, he is not Irfan Lara who plays for Royal Goodwill. Hey, is Irfan Lara from Royal Strikers Trenz. And you would have not loved to come at the situation wherein the things are really going something very tough in climax and complicated as well. And is he going to be a man of real saviour taste? Drivers finds the covers, will find a single. And another fumble by the keeper. Not a great keeping, not a great stopping. Could have been a single. They were done with two more. Is that going to be marked the end of the over? Yes, 2 runs. We're done with 15, 9 extras. It's 99 for 6, 30 balls, 38 runs, 5 wickets in big part and 4 wickets in hand. That's the equation for Royal Strikers Trenz. And ultimately every single run is going to be crucial, so Heff warriors need to be quite sensible at their throwing. You can't afford to just have those. An easy catch, and is off his own bowling. Samir Shaukin strikes. It's a cotton ball. Inzamam ul Haq goes for scoring just one of his 2. Ultimately, Heff warriors are looking to dominate, looking to wrap, and looking to make the batters of Royal Strikers Trenz collapse at this moment. What a comeback! What a bowling! What a catching! What a captaincy! And what a time! It's the finals of Chitragam Super League.
Scoram vai कर
And who goes to the centre as a new man at number 9. This has been a tough story to digest, truly. The way Suhail and Kaif, they gave you the start, they were not able to deliver and continue. And if you remember my words at the beginning of this commentary, I was telling you 140 is always going to be some total at this venue. I've seen these kinds of situations here at this big venue of Chitragam. And having a start of around 51 in the power play. And now you are 96 for 7. So in a matter of just around 45 runs, you've lost 6 wickets. That's where the best bowling story goes for Heff warriors. Samir Shaukin, who was hit for 14 off his first, went back in the second, picked up a wicket, into the third, picked up a wicket. With every over he bowls, he gets very strong and stronger. Now if you look at the equation, you look at the required run rate, that is something where you never believe from Royal Strikers Trenz. It's almost close to 9 runs per over. There will be a lot of eyes on Irfan Lara and Sahil, this 8th wicket partnership. And it is something where in 37 in 27, it's still gettable with 3 wickets in hand. Baton, good ball, very good bowling, quicker. And he's someone who is very loving to see. Because at the release, he does have that control, jumps well. And he goes just a bit wideish, and at moments he can bowl it variational quicker. That's being driven on the onside. A long chase for the mid-wicket, and Langan should be coming back for 2 more runs. And it's being a sloppy running from Sahil and Irfan Lara. There's a long way, a big gap and a big running, so you got to run down for those runs because these are vital for you if you take them. It's 6:15. We're already a bit late to this game. Now into the 16th. Last ball of Samir Shaukin is third over. 2 for 22. It's 102 for 7. And he plays it well. A long chase for square leg. Yeah, he's a very, very quick fella. Should be run out. Oh no! Once again, 2 more runs. Tirpal Lara, very busy. Good contribution. 16 overs gone. It's 104 for 7. 24 balls, 33 runs, 3 wickets in hand. That's all the equation.
So one ball. हमेशा फेसबुक से हमेशा शुरू है ना हमारे क्वालिटी का
That will give him a lot of confidence. Oh, loud appeal! Up goes the finger on the very next ball. Lone Javed strikes. Irfan Lara goes. It's number 8 and ultimately Royal Strikers Trenz. They are losing the streak now. A boundary on the previous ball and a wicket on the next ball. This is what cricket can bring you, the big emotions. It looked like that he might carry the same approach and he will take this game down the moments, down the wires, last moments as well. But Lone Javed, what a captaincy by the captain, bringing this man into the last moments. Hit for a boundary, a lot of questions, but came back stronger on the ball. And eventually it's gone for a wicket. It's number 8 that goes down. And it's Buttress, who is known for his bowling skills. It's 28 in 20. Even still, you can manage to pick these runs. But not sure against the likes of Heff Warriors. That was again wide of the up stump. It's being hit slightly straight to Samir. He has been very cautious at that short third man region. That will mark the end of over as well. 2 dots plus a wicket. 17 gone. It's 109 for 8. Ultimately, it's 28 in 18. And you got to make sure you got to go over 9 runs per over. And Moss, it's not going to be good. Why would you go and come up with that bad comment? It's not going to be suiting you at all. Even when you not like my commentary, but you should not come up with that bad remarks. This is not going to be good from your side. Why would you write down this bad word? And Bilal is into the last, none for 17. And he gets ready to bowl to Sahil, the tall and big man. Full toss, swings it down to the onside. Oh, a fumble will allow Sahil to come back for 2 more runs. That has been the problem with Heff Warriors. And ultimately, Lalo is also bowling his last. 2 wickets in hand. That's being hit. Yeah, there's a lot of chase for the long off. This time this man doesn't hesitate and fumble at all. He's very quick with his strong arm as well. I'm not sure about Moss I7S. When you just come up with that comment, then you come up with one more comment, give respect, and up it! Drop to the slips, man! And it's a tough moment for Samir Shauki. No! It doesn't get to the stump, and the ball goes and beats him and goes for 4 runs. Moss, why would you say then, give respect and take respect, where I disrespected you? Now you understood the real situation. Now you come up with a good response. But truly, a comment before you posted, that is something which has hurt me a lot.
Network issue is it?
And ultimately 3 boundaries in the same over, and I guess Buttress has come up with some plans and he is stealing the show. 15 runs from the over. And all of a sudden we are just 13 runs away and you are having 13 balls. It's run a ball game. And walks out of the middle, and he was trying to play it a bit defensive down to the third. No connection. It's a dot. We're done with 18. 9 extras. It's 124 for 8. And it's going to be quite tough for the captain to try and adjust to those last 2 overs. And who gets ready to bowl this penultimate, the 19-1. It's 13-12, and I believe Sahil needs to find a bit connection and bring Buttress back on the strike because he's into the momentum this time. And he is getting a bit connections, he's getting bit control. And it is Samir Shauki who's bowling his last. No runs. And ultimately, the thing that's coming out as a question where he pitches the ball. Good cricket by Sahil. And if you look at these 2, actually these are the 2 prime fast bowlers of Royal Strikers, Trenz. But out here they are batting like absolute top order players. Double. 10 balls, 12 runs, 2 wickets in hand, and it's race on the strike again. And he loves to go big. Oh, he goes, but it's not the sweet connection. It's long gone. It's long gone, and it's long gone. What a catch! Ultimately, you could see Samir Shaukin on the ground, falls down. Can't believe that he has caught the big fish. It's number 9 that walks to the pavilion, and ultimately, Heff need 1 wicket, and Royal Strikers Trenz, they are still 12 runs away. Finally, this game has gone down to the last wicket. From a situation of winning to a situation of tight moments. That's been the story throughout in this run chase. But Samir Shaukin is carrying a lot of legacy and experience all along. He was given a break after this post over when he was hit for plenty. And ultimately, when he was brought into the second spell, you could see the result-oriented bowling. 3 wickets for 25. And he is bowling this 19th. This is going to be some serious moment now. Last man, Abid Ramzan, walks to the middle. He has got 12 runs to score, and he knows it's the last wicket. And is Samir Shaukin going to hold his nose on? Once again, thank you to M2A, Peasant Cafe, Turkuwangam, Al Hayat Agri-Fresh, Cold Chain, Petipora, Divine Cyber Cafe, Mungaman, Minimart Motors, Pulwama, Circular Road, Pulwama. What a finals, what a game, what a contest. And it's all making the spectators stand very great at the toes. Oh, loud appeal! Up goes the finger! What a catch! And what a celebration for the likes of Heff Warriors! There are jubilations, there are celebrations, there are glad moments, there are hugs, there are embraces all over. It's been a hard luck for Royal Strikers Trenz, and they were not able to contain that start. Finally, Samir Shaukin, 4 wickets to the man. He has completely pulled things back in a sweet manner, and Ashik Hussain is going to be the man of the match for his brilliant 5 runs, 4 wickets, 22 runs, and 3 wickets to the man. This is all what we have. Thank you very much. Keep sharing, keep subscribing. Baba Nisar Sensation YouTube channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.